What's up? And we're back at the Ab Stupid Studios and the Ab Stupid Podcast. It's your boy Big Vern. Now, at the bottom of the screen, you're going to see all the social media handles that we are on. Make sure you follow us on those platforms. And if you want to fund the madness directly, you can send us some money at Cash App Vern Dollars. That's Cash App Vern Dollars. We just covered in the last segment Florida State and the shakedown the NCAA is putting on them. Gonna switch lanes. Talk about NCAA basketball. Mikey Williams is leaving Memphis. He's hitting the transfer portal because they didn't make him and his return a priority as he felt. And he's going to UCF. And so I pose this question. Is Mikey Williams making the right decision leaving Memphis? The answer is undeniably, I have no idea. But it is worth a discussion. Well, we'll get into that when we come back from a quick 20-second break from an unofficial sponsor of the show. Yes, Subway. Eat fresh, refresh. Try any other signature sub series at your local Subway. Visit your good folks down there. Download the app or go online. Subway. Eat fresh, refresh. All right. So Jeff Eisenberg in Yahoo Sports gets a quote from Mikey Williams' attorney. And he says the former top recruit and social media sensation. He entered the portal this week because the University of Memphis has shown that his rejoining the basketball program was not a top priority. It says, I don't have a clue what Memphis University could have done different. This is me. Now, I don't have a clue what Memphis University could have done different when the case concluded. Again, I am not in Memphis's shoes, nor am I in Mr. Williams' shoes. So I'm sure that there's a lot of things that have been said or have not been said to make him feel like he hasn't been part of the team. Owens said weeks went by and Williams stopped receiving responses from Memphis about his status. Then Williams learned that the committee that was reviewing his situation would also decide if he would be allowed to play for the Memphis Tigers during the 2024 and 2025 basketball season. Okay, hold on, wait. I can see it from both sides. And I'm one of those people who don't like to give dateless updates, if that makes sense. It's just like, why would I update you with any news if there's no news? It's like you're talking just because you like the sound of your voice. If they didn't have anything to report back to Mr. Williams, then why make the phone call? That's fair. Also, I can see it from his angle as well. Tell me something, just don't ghost me. Or do I need to make other arrangements? Now that's fair, because if Memphis didn't plan on bringing Mr. Williams back, then by all means, you let him go pursue other means. Don't just waste his time. And so How did this come all about? What was this situation tied to? What did Mr. Williams do? And for those people who don't know, this is a refresher. Williams on Thursday, he pled guilty to a single felony count of making a criminal threat in San Diego County. The district attorney's office, the spokesperson, Steve Walker, he told Yahoo Sports, the plea deal requires Williams to complete 80 hours of community service and attend cognitive behavior therapy, gun safety, and anger management classes. Now, Williams is 19 years old, and he's also forbidden from carrying a firearm in the plea deal, and he has a 10-year restriction on carrying guns. And he got that sentence on August the 12th. Wait a minute. I thought they don't regulate guns in this country. Okay. All right, that was weird. Williams was arrested on April the 13th in the wake of a late night incident 2 weeks earlier at his $1.2 million hilltop home he owns east of San Diego. Wait a minute. Stop the press. This is a 19-year-old who owns a $1.2 million house? How is that not the story? Can anybody see a scenario where a 19-year-old has a $1.2 million mortgage? How much money is floating around college basketball? And these endorsement deals, because he's got an endorsement deal from Puma, if I'm not mistaken. 19 with a $1.2 million home. The visitors unexpectedly showed up at his house. Williams allegedly threatened to shoot them. Then he allegedly fired a handgun at their vehicle. They drove away, damaging the trunk and probably the rear windshield of the car. But all 6 people in the car had no injuries. Yeah. A 19-year-old with a $1.2 million home. And the guy was mad people showed up to his house unannounced. I think that's me. If I'm at home after a busy day and I want to rest with the family and somebody shows up unannounced, yeah, I'm going to be upset. I'm probably going to threaten you. But the good people in the Midwest, they don't take that too kindly. Wow. So it was 6 of them, 5 of them, and 1 of him. And he grabs his home protection to even the odds. And I guess when they were leaving, he shoots at the car. And no people get hurt inside this automobile. And that's charging this man. Ooh. Yeah, I guess so. He got 6 counts of assault with a deadly weapon. Or with a firearm, I'm sorry. 6 counts? Jesus. 1 count for firing into an occupied motor vehicle and 2 counts of making threats that could result in the death or great bodily harm. Oh my God. That would be just cause to lock every baby daddy up around this country, or every wife, or every husband who's ever had a disagreement and has gotten so heated something ugly was said to that level, to that degree, and nothing happened to those people afterwards. I think we penalize words more than we penalize actions in this country, but that's a discussion for another day. Whew. Now, for all of those felony charges that he had, Williams was facing 30 years in prison. And the only thing that I would throw out there is saying, wait a minute, if I got enough money for a $1.2 million home and I'm 19, why can't I borrow against the equity in this house and pay for a great attorney so I can beat this case? I pled guilty. I didn't really need to. Well, that's just flip side. Like I said, that's a Monday morning quarterback, and that's the coulda, shoulda, woulda. We can never argue that. All we can do is talk about what's in print. The Memphis basketball coach, Anthony Hardaway was very supportive of Williams throughout his whole legal battle. But Williams, he did not practice or play for the Tigers. And the heralded incoming freshman was enrolled on online classes and remained on the roster, but he didn't have access to the team's facilities. Is that a distinction without difference? Because you're going to tell me if you own a $1.2 million home, there's not a basketball court or a gym on that property? Knock it off. Knock it off. But I don't know if leaving Memphis for UCF was a great move. I don't know enough about UCF to say no. I don't know enough about Memphis to say, yeah, you should have stayed. I can see it from both sides. I can see Mr. Williams fed up because, hey, look, I'm the goods. I'm the most heralded freshman coming out. Basketball, definite star, big time. I got a deal from Puma. I got $1 million home. What's not to like? But I could also see it from Memphis side. Hey, look, we don't have any updates. No reason to call. I'm not going to say anything. Do you know how irritating it is when you get a call from a friend, especially guys? Because guys, we aren't the best communicators. So if you get a call from a guy, it's probably going to go like, hey man, what's up? Nod. Or, hey man, what's up? Shit. What you gonna do this weekend? Shit. Okay. It's not a way you want to spend your time. And not saying that Memphis was making those kind of phone calls, but I can tell you my response if you call me and there's nothing to talk about. But yeah, I hope for both sides this thing works out. I hope things work out where Anthony doesn't take it personal and they can still have some sort of relationship, because Anthony knows what it's like to have played in the NBA and he can be some sort of mentor to Mr. Mikey Williams. I wish Mikey Williams the best at UCF. I look forward to him being out there on the court. And we'll just see where this thing goes. I mean, I don't see wrong on either side. I think Mikey made a business decision. He's been making business decisions. I mean, he's 19. He's got $1 million home. I can tell you when I was 19, I didn't have $1 million home. Jesus. So, yeah, he made a business decision. Memphis, they had to go ahead and make their own decision. So, like I said, it's one of those things. Got another segment. Going to come back with some Bill Belichick news and why the Patriots pulled a ruse on everybody with this ridiculous amicable split. And less than 24 hours, Jerod Mayo was announced as the new coach of the New England Patriots. However, what if I told you he was already the coach last year? Again, share, like, and subscribe, and follow these videos. This is Big Vern. We'll be